man, what's the deal? Mess your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag, you know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 7:53 a.m., April 11th, 2026. I mean, this is the first video of the day. The reason why I'm doing this video early on a Saturday morning is because I'm actually heading somewhere right now as we speak. Know what I mean? So it makes sense for me to drop this video now as opposed to later on in the day. Now, I mean, I'm going to drop another video later on in the day for sure. Know what I mean? Like, and I got to promise it. You know, and I'm sorry if I didn't, if I sound like the way I'm sounding. Again, it's early in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm over here getting ready to drop some stuff off. You know. So, SmackDown last night. It's just a bad show. SmackDown's just a really bad fucking show. I mean, ever since what happened last week, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like, shit just went upside down and everything else. It's like, fuck this. Like the whole Pat McAfee thing, it doesn't make sense. It's just a shit show. And then, there's several people who is not in the WrestleMania card who should be in there. Now, I mean, Tiffany Stratton should be there. The one who should definitely be there the most is Carmelo Hayes. He should be there the most. After losing his United States Championship, a few weeks ago to Sami Zayn, they didn't make it a triple threat. It's just, it's just complete bullshit. Not gonna lie. And it is a disappointing WrestleMania card. I mean, the action's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking fantastic, but I don't know, man. It's just fucking crazy. And the fans do have a right to respond. They do. They really have a right to vent frustration. I would vent frustration too, as I'm doing now. They have every right to do so. Because of all the, because the Pat McAfee thing just, it destroyed everything. And then, it's more than likely, from what I understand, it's going to be a fucking tag team match for Backlash with, I was going to say Chris Benoit, with Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll against Roman Reigns. It's early in the morning. Randy Orton and Pat McAfee. This whole thing is surrounded basically by, Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll. Everything is centered around these two. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, B? Like, come on, this is a WWE Championship match, man. So basically, you just devalued the WWE Championship and it's windy. You just devalued the WWE Championship for a D-list guy, a good talent, don't get me wrong. Good announcer, he loves wrestling, but, because you're trying to make him the next Sylvester Stallone, come on, bro, seriously, like, it's insane. But you want to know something else that's even more insane? The audacity of the AEW sickos who has the nerve to talk shit, right? You notice like when some shit is happening with WWE, these motherfuckers are the first to run their mouth, right? They're always the first to talk shit, right? They're always the first to complain and try to poke fun at WWE. We got the better wrestling and we got the better product. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Like that the ratings are going down. The ratings are going down. Like, like everything is going down to like the 6. It's going back down to the 6s. This week's Dynamite actually did 650,000. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this is with the inclusion of Jericho. I'm going to dissect the Chris Jericho thing, for weeks to come because it's going to prove my point. But out of all things that, like I said, out of all people that should talk, the sickos should be the ones to, to talk. Out of all people, the sickos shouldn't be the one to talk. And the reason being is because this TV deal that you motherfuckers got coming up, with Warner Bros. Discovery, Paramount, is in play. Paramount is in clear play. And there's a terrific chance that AEW will be gone from Warner Bros. Discovery within the end of 2027, if not 2028. You know what I'm saying? There's a great chance because Paramount, since they purchased WPD, Paramount, right? They have ties to the Saudi government, right? Specifically, the Public Investment Fund. And you know who else Paramount has a good relationship with as well that they're not going to fuck up? TKO. And so the fact that, AEW is on a network that is now owned by Paramount, and trust me, the deal's going to go straight through. It's going to be a success, right? The fact that fucking Paramount, has that deal with, the fact that they acquired Warner Bros. Discovery and the plans that we already seen the plans for what they're going to do, right? For what they want to do with it. Remember the press release that Paramount had put out? Remember that? And AEW was nowhere mentioned. Remember that? Remember that shit? Yeah, my point exactly. So you got to think. You motherfuckers got to think like, oh, well, we'll be all right. Are you sure? You sure about that? You know what I mean? You fucking sure about that? Are you sure? Because from what I understand, TKO they have a non-compete. they have a motherfucking non-compete. So if you think for one short second that TKO is going to let another company in, especially another wrestling company, into their bubble, right? Especially their competitors, you got to be out of your fucking mind. And that's something that the AEW fans are not thinking of. Like, you're thinking about, the shit that's going on with WWE right now with the whole Pat McAfee thing, the whole Pat McAfee, fiasco, that you're not even thinking about next year. This shit could blow up right in front of your fucking face. And where are you going to go? Where the fuck are you going to go? You going to go to Fox? How you going to go to Fox? If they do go to Fox, it's going to probably be Fox too. Like they got CMLL. Fox also has, Fox, and I don't think nobody brought this up. Fox has AAA and CMLL on the same network. The exact same network. Nobody's even thinking about that. But again, where the fuck is AEW going to go? That's the main thing you got to worry about. The main fucking thing. And I also have a feeling that some big talent from the top is going to leave AEW. Maybe a couple. I have a distinct feeling. You can feel it. So the fact that, these sickos is out here talking shit about, WWE programming and Pat McAfee and, all this other shit. You motherfuckers got a bigger vision that you have to worry about. Clearly. Because if Paramount, when the TV deal come up, and when Paramount says, to AEW, well, we probably would want you, but we want you to work with WWE, right? AEW's going to say no, right? And then they're going to let you fucking go. Plain and simple. Because like I said, Paramount, they have a strong deal with WWE, right? And I guarantee you, like, pussies like Sean Ross Sapp and such is going to say, oh, well, they could both be on the same network. How the fuck do you know, you bitch ass nigga? He's gonna defend people like he's gonna defend people like Sean Ross Sapp. Meltzer too. Meltzer's also gonna defend, Sean Ross Sapp because they're fucking pussies. I mean, a bunch of cock-sucking pussies, who are the thinnest of the thinnest when it comes down to skin. Like, their skin is so thin. It's beyond laughable. You know what I'm saying? But again, you want to sit there and say, well, everything's okay with AEW. Man, that TV deal is going to look fucking great. You know, that TV deal to fucking, let me see, Destination